iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of Outlaws.
Good evening from I-55 Speedway, week number 5 of Millertime Motorsports, and we're here at the new track in iRacing simulation. And the first time is the first time for Millertime Motorsports, and it's a short track. It's the last short track we went to, Lanier Speedway. Man, it was one awesome race, and we imagine tonight's race will see the same here at I-55. We are just under the 9-minute mark until we kick it over to qualifying, as we will run down the hot lap sessions for you and show you what that looked like. Out of those hot lap sessions, that number 3 car of Troy Flero was the fastest out on the speedway at an 11.06. 11.06 was Troy Flero's fastest time. Tyler Street in the 04 machine got a victory on the season. He is in that second spot at 11.08, 11.08, and Ben Moore in that third position in the 14 machine. I am your host tonight, Ryan Griffith. I've got pit reporter Byron Gay with us. And then your officials for tonight, you got race control Chris Miller, your official Josh Berkey, and Larry Bell. When we get back, we'll go over standings and get you set for qualifying action. Welcome back. We're getting ready to go qualifying here in just a few moments. But before we do, we'll take a look at tonight's standings coming in to I-55. Randy Streves is on top of the leaderboard with 1,256 points, just 17 points ahead of Jason Randolph in that second position. Zach Dykstra in that third position. Fourth is Tyler Street. Fifth is Brandon Voiles. Sixth is Sean Stevens. Seventh is Ben Moore. Eighth is PJ Popham. Ninth is Brandon Surratt. And 10th is Jeff Flero. That is your top 10 coming into tonight's race. Qualifying time. First car is rolling out onto the speedway. That first car out there is a Bison's Ford Selvers Brother Construction DM Race Engines Upfront Custom Body and Fabrication Pacer Sign and Design from Great Falls, Montana. That's the 32 of PJ Popham. PJ Popham in that 32 machine turns a time at 11.54, 1154 for PJ Popham. Looking for a little bit more here on his second lap. That second lap will be faster, 11.15, 11.15 for PJ Popham. Next car rolling out in the speedway is a Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's that number 48 machine of Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn in that 48 machine, still looking for his first win on the season. And he's going to try to set a good lap here to set off the night good here at I-55. First lap going to turn in 11.72, 11.72 for Kyle Vaughn. Second lap at 11.38. This is faster, but it's going to be second quick on the board. Next car rolling out there is a Luke's Bar and Grill Millertime Motorsports from Canada. That is the 3 car of Troy Flero. Troy Flero in that 3 machine goes to the top side of the raceway and looking to set quick time here early in on qualifying, as he is just the 3rd driver out here on the speedway. He's going to take it to the top side all the way around on this first lap. Takes it back down to the bottom. First lap was 11.72. Looking for more here on this second lap. Coming out of turn 4, coming across the line. That is going to be quick time. Quick time for Troy Flero to 11.14. 11.14 for Troy Flero. He's on top of that leaderboard. Next car that's rolled out there is an ABR setup shop, the Firm Motorsports from Des Moines, Iowa. That is the 47 of Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph being Season 4 champion, back in action for Season 5. And he is sitting second in points, looking for his second winning season. As that first lap is 11.17, 11.17, third quick for Jason Randolph. Second lap will be slower at 11.18. Next to roll out there on the speedway is an ABR setup shop, LGR Motorsports Redline Race Design, Wrap and Stitches, Finish Line Repair, and CD Cinematography from Manchester, Pennsylvania. That is the 47 of Stephen Vogelsong. Stephen Vogelsong in the 47 machine had a good outing there at Lanier Speedway and is looking for another good outing at a short track. His first lap at 11.57, 11.57. Look for more here on the second lap. Second lap will be faster at 11.26, putting 4th on the board in that 47 machine. Your next car out there is a Parker's Hangover Tonic 3D Racing Westside Sign, One Shot Scrap and Recycling. That is the 47 or the 77 of Warren Samoy. Warren Samoy in the 77 machine from Great Falls, Montana. Looking for quick time. He's set on the front row of Eldora Speedway. Unfortunate contact in that first turn with Tyler Street. And that first lap at 11.30 is going to put him 4th quick here. Second lap will be slower at 11.39. Next to roll out of the speedway is a Jiffy's Lube. That number 66 machine, MMR. He's from Canada as well. That is the 66 of Jason Haynes. Jason Haynes in that 66 machine. First lap, 4th quick for Jason Haynes at 11.23. 11.23 for Jason Haynes. Second lap will be quicker at 11.18. Still going to be 4th quick on the board. Next out there is Waukee Speedway Northeast Outlaw Motorsports from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. That's the 00 of Jeff Flero. Jeff Flero in that 00 machine, having a good season this season. A lot cleaner racing around his fellow competitors out there, and a lot of people is respecting him out of that. His first lap's going to be 5th quick at 11.12, 11.20, 11.20 for Jeff Flero in his first lap. Second lap will be slower at 11.27. Next car rolling out onto the speedway on that backstretch is a Luke's Bar and Grill, Bell IT Solutions, Intel K1, Millertime Motorsports from Fort Worth, Texas. That is the 53 of Larry Bell. Larry Bell in the 53 machine. Looking for a good night here on a short track night. Larry Bell's first lap at 11.42 is going to be ninth quick. Going to need more here on his second lap. Larry Bell coming out of turns number 4. That lap will be quicker at 11.24, move him up into the 6th position. Next, out onto the speedway, he is going to be your points leader coming into tonight. The Wrap and Stitches, Finish Line Repair, CD Cinematography, Redline Race Design, ABR Setup Shop, KSB Builders, One Wish Foundation, and LGR Motorsports from Springfield, Illinois. That is the 56 of Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves in the 56 machine, and he is your points leader by 17 points over Jason Randolph after Eldora Speedway. First lap going to be 10th quick at 11.54. He's looking for more here as he goes to the bottom side of the raceway. Second lap is going to be 6th quick at 11.20. 11.20 for Randy Shreves. Next car out there is a Rush Truck Center, Napa Auto Parts, Digital Alley, Sage Fruit, Curb Records, Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. It's the 14 machine of Ben Ward. Ben Ward in that 14 machine. Still looking for a win. He's known to be a winner in this series, but still searching for that first win. First lap at 11.41. His second lap's needing to beat a lot more as he's 11th quick right now. That lap is quicker at 11.24, moving him up into the 7th position. Next car, the take time is a Gaddam Motorsports MSMD, Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's the 24 of Gavin Chatham. Gavin Chatham in the 24 machine. He's still seeking out his first win on the season. Was a winner last season at Lanier Speedway at a short track, so that's where he seems to flourish is these short tracks, so he's looking for a good night tonight. First lap going to be 5th quick at 11.19. 11.19 for Gavin Chatham, 5th quick. Second lap going to be even quicker, 11.18, just off the mark of Jason Randolph. He'll be 4th quick on the board. Next driver out there, going to be a CS Racing, a Luke's Bar and Grill, Millertime Motorsports from Port St. Lucie, Florida. That is the 91 of Chris Sine. Chris Sine in the 91 machine. Looks to take it to the bottom side of the raceway here on the second lap. 11.47 on his first lap. He's going to need a lot more here on the second lap. He's 13th quick right now. Second lap will be quicker at 11.33. He's going to be 12th on the board. Next out there is a Bitcoin ABR Setup Shop, Hoda Racing from Des Moines, Iowa. That's the 18 of Zach Dykstra. Zach Dykstra sitting 3rd in points. He's looking for a big night tonight, and he wants some bonus points here in the qualifying. This is first lap at 11.49. 11.49 for Zach Dykstra. Second lap going to be 10th quick at 11.25, right on that bubble of bonus points. Next driver rolling out there is a YOB Racing, CNC Race Design, CD Cinematography, LCJ Carpentry Protect from Burnie, Tasmania. That's the one machine of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens in that one machine recorded his first top 5 last weekend at Eldora Speedway. And he's looking for a good night here at a short track. First lap going to be 15th quick at 11.61. Looking for more here on this second lap. Goes clear down to the bottom of the raceway. Crossing the line, and he's going to score in that 8th position, 11.22, 11.22 for Sean Stevens. Next guy to record time is a SpeedShop51.com, LCJ Carpentry, Vanderpool Construction, RK Cinematography, CT Design, LBG Graphics, and UDTV from San Jose, California. That is the 4R of Ross Kaiser. Ross Kaiser in the 4R, sporting the 83 machine about midway through this season. Got his first win in Millertime Motorsports Outlaw Series at Eldora Speedway last weekend. First lap's going to be 11.63. As he comes out of turns number 4, he's looking for good time here. Crosses the line, and he's going to be 11.27. He's going to be 13th on the board. Your next car, it's going to take time, is a Centerville Smoke and Vape Shop. Bill's Donut Shop, website, sign, and graphics, CD, 3D Racing, Sports Speed Shop from Centerville, Ohio. That's the B14 of Brian Wax. Brian Wax in the B14. First lap for Brian, 11.59, 1159 for Wax. Wax coming out of turn 4, looking for a little better time here. It's not going to do it. 11.42. He's going to be 17th on the board. 3 more cars to take time, and that first car is getting ready to pull out on that speedway, and it is the ABR Setup Shop of Hoda Racing from Houston, Texas, number 73 of Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt in the 73 machine. Brandon Surratt finally cracked inside the top 10 in power rankings. His first lap going to be 11th quick at a 11.24. 11.24 for Brandon Surratt. The second lap will be slower. He'll be 11th on the board. Next car rolling out there on the speedway is a Vanish Athletic, Valley Heating and Cooling, Balls Trucking and Hauling, and Factory Cane Shocks. From Fredericktown, Ohio, that is the 4-star of Tyler Street. Tyler Street in the 4R, or the 4-star. Got his first win at Lanier Speedway 2 weeks ago at a short track, so imagine he could be one to watch here at another short track. Tyler Street's first lap was 11.64. This second lap will be quicker at 11.35. Still 17th on the board for Tyler Street. Final car to take time tonight is going to be that ABR Setup Shop, Hoda Racing from Olive Branch, Mississippi. That's the 22 of Brandon Voiles. Brandon Voiles in the 22 machine. He'll be your final car to take time around I-55 tonight. And we will get you set for heat racing action, Dash, B main, and A main later on in the program. First lap for Voiles at 11.31, 11.31, 16th on the board. He will improve that time at 11.28, going to be 15th on the board. That concludes qualifying. You got Troy Flaro that gets quick time tonight and an extra $5 in his pocket. Time for your heat racing action for tonight. Here's what your first heat race is going to look like. Should be some good heat racing action as the track is setting up perfect for these guys. As your top 3 in these heat races will automatically transfer into tonight's A main. And here is what that first heat race looks like. Starting on the pole from Pennsylvania, the 14 machine of Ben Ward. Starting second from Pennsylvania, number 24, that's Gavin Chatham. Starting third from Canada, number 3, that's King Troy Flaro the second. Starting fourth in the LGR Motorsports, number 47, Stephen Vogelsong. Starting fifth from Florida, number 91, that is Chris Syme. Check out Jake's Electric on Facebook and also jakeselectric.com. Jake's Electric serves your industrial and commercial needs of many companies all over Ohio. Check them out. 330-466-5065. Jake's Electric. Also, Lepo Rents on leporents.com and on Facebook. Lepo Rents is your local distributor and renter for construction equipment. Whether it's a household project or a construction project, Lepo Rents has what you need. Lepo Rents has locations all over Ohio and additional locations in Alabama and Florida. We've got the all clear to go green flag out of turns number 4. You got Gavin Chatham, Ben Ward on that front row, Troy Flero and Vogelsong in that second row. We're going green flag, 10 laps to make out your top 3 in tonight's heat race number 1. Ben Ward will take the early command out of the first turn. Gavin Chatham follows suit. And Steven Vogelsong takes away that third position from Troy Flero. Troy Flero moves back 1 position, is 1 spot out of the transfer spot. Here comes Chris Sine to the outside. Now Chris Sine takes that position away. Troy Flero moves all the way to the back there on the early going of this race. 8 laps to go in this one, and Ben Ward has led from the drop of the green flag, but your fastest guy out on the speedway is Gavin Chatham running that number 24 machine. He runs second, and that final transfer spot right now belongs to Steven Vogelsong. Both Millertime Motorsports boys are running outside the transfer spot. Back up front, Ben Ward still leading this race. These heat races may start to see some single file racing until we start to burn away some of this racetrack. 5 laps remaining for Ward. Ward looking for his best finish on the season as he's still looking for a win in that 14 machine. Part of Northeast Outlaws, as you see, they run 1-2. They are both teammates there. And then the LGR Motorsports number 47 of Steven Vogelsong runs in that 3rd position right now. You look on board with that 24 machine of Gavin Chatham. Right there, we got a camera fixed to the side wing there. As you can see him steering that car into turns 1. Gets in the wall a little bit there. That kind of opens up the door for Steven Vogelsong there. You should look on top of the wing there of Steven Vogelsong right behind Gavin Chatham. We've got the white flag is flying in the air for your leader. Ben Ward looking to take heat race number 1 and start on the pole here tonight. Ben Ward coming out of turns number 1, turns number 4. He takes your checker. He'll be your winner. Gavin Chatham in second, and Vogelsong in your final transfer spot. All right, heat race number 2 is gritting up on the speedway, and on the pole from Millertime Motorsports number 53, that's Larry Bell. Starting second from Canada in the 00, that's Jeff Flero. Starting third, the 32 machine, that's PJ Popham. Starting in that 4th position in Momentum Sim Sports number 4, that's Ross Kaiser. And starting in the 5th position from the Sofa Fast Sim Sports number 4, Tyler Street. 2 cars in here that have won a feature race is in this one. Ten laps once again, your top 3 advance to tonight's AMA. The winner of this one will sit on the outside row of your feature event. We got the lights out on that iRacing pace truck. It's going to dip off onto the pit road as Bell, Flero, Popham, Kaiser, and Street do battle here in heat race number 2. They're looking for green flag here out of turn 4. This green flag is waving. Larry Bell's on the throttle. He'll take the lead out of turns number 2 here as Jeff Flero will follow in that 2nd position. Ross Kaiser follows right in behind. There's PJ Popham battling there for that final transfer spot. Now 32 machine. PJ Popham still side by side with Ross Kaiser, kind of stuck down there on the bottom. We was afraid that some of these guys will try to find their way up to the top, and now finally that 32 machine of Popham finds his way up to the top side of the racetrack. Fastest guy out on the speedway last time by was Larry Bell. He was about 3/100ths of a thousandths of a second faster. And here comes Jeff Flero to the inside to try to take that position away from that 53 machine of Larry Bell. Jeff Flero back to the bottom. Will he get stuck down there? No, he brings it back up just in front of Ross Kaiser to take that position back away. That will battle on there with that 83 of Ross Kaiser and the 00 of Jeff Flero. PJ Popham has a lot of heat behind him by the way of Tyler Street. It's a good race right there as Larry Bell's kind of run away with it right now, and still your fastest guy out on the speedway is Larry Bell, putting down some times here. It's his best time at 11.46. He's running some good laps up front here. Jeff Flero trying to close to the back bumper of Larry Bell. Last time by, Jeff Flero was quicker than your race leader. Ross Kaiser trying to make a move on that 00 of Jeff Flero. We've got 3 laps. They're coming to the stripe. We've got 2 laps to go to settle your top 3. Larry Bell leading it and looking to start on the outside of row number 1. Ross Kaiser trying to set up Jeff Flero. He's got to run right here down the front stretch. He might take a look. He will. He'll look to the inside. There goes side by side on the exit of 2. Drag race down the backstretch for the final time. Here comes Popham. Popham and Ross Kaiser get together, and Tyler Street will steal the final transfer spot. Larry Bell will get the win, and Jeff Flero comes in second. Third heat race for tonight, starting on the pole, the Hoda Racing number 73, that's Brandon Surratt. Starting second, the LGR Motorsports number 56, that's Randy Shreves. Starting third in the Firm Motorsports number 47, that's Jason Randolph. Starting fourth from Hoda Racing number 22, that's Brandon Voiles. Starting fifth from Pennsylvania number 48, that's Kyle Vaughn. We got 10 laps. Once again, your top 3 will advance into tonight's A main. The winner here will start in that second row inside in that 3rd position. We're about to go green flag here out of turns number 4. You got Surratt and Shreves on that front row. 2 by 2 they go. Green flag is waving in the air. Brandon Surratt takes the early command. Voiles takes that 3rd position to the outside of Jason Randolph. Try to take him and put him in the B main tonight, but Randolph's going to try to battle onto the inside to try to take that position away, and he's got it temporarily. As that battle will heat back up with Randy Shreves there for that 2nd position. Moving Jason Randolph on up into that 3rd position. He slides right in front of Voiles. That's the battle for that final transfer spot. And Randy Shreves is running down that 73 machine. The last lap by Randy Shreves was the fastest on the raceway. Single file racing up front here. 6 laps to go around the speedway. And you got Brandon Surratt that has led it from the drop of the green flag, but does not look to be the fastest out there, as Randy Shreves seems to be faster, but he's got to find a way around. Here comes Kyle Vaughn to the inside of Voiles. Voiles gets in the wall, and upside down goes Voiles. His night's done in his heat race. He'll be putting himself into the B main now. And now you got Jason Randolph that is on the bubble there in that 3rd position. Kyle Vaughn would like to get himself into the A main. As coming down the backstretch, they come into turns 3 and 4. They're looking for the 2 fingers in the air. 2 fingers are in the air. 2 laps remaining in your 3rd heat race of the night. There's the 56 machine taking a peek underneath that 73. Here comes a 3 wide out of turns number 4. Jason Randolph, big move out of turns number 4. He will take your race lead. He passed 2 guys in 1 turn. Jason Randolph going to try to fend off Brandon Surratt back to the line. They're side by side at the line, and Jason Randolph will take the win. Brandon Surratt in second, and Randy Shreves drops all the way back into the 3rd position. fourth heat race of the night. Here's what we're looking at. Starting on the pole from Hoda Racing, number 18, Zach Dykstra. Starting second from Australia, number 26, that's Sean Stevens. Starting third from Canada, number 66, that's Jason Haynes. Starting fourth from the Northwest, number 77, that's Warren Samoy. Starting fifth from Ohio in the B14, that's Brian Wax. Final heat race of the night, and we will get you into your B main and your dash for cash. Oh boy, we got a fourth heat race to get over with here. iRacing pace truck lights are out. We're going green flag out of turns number 4. This should be a good one. Dykstra, Stevens, Haynes. Looking for the green out of turns 4. Green flag waves. Sean Stevens gets a great start there with Hoda Racing's number 18 of Zach Dykstra. They'll go side by side down the backstretch. Sean Stevens looks to take the lead away from Zach Dykstra coming out of 4. He has that position. He'll take that position away from Zach Dykstra. Dykstra back into the second position. This matters a lot here. You finish first here, you start in that 4th position. You finish second, you're starting 8th in the feature. So 1, 2 here. They're going to battle it out here with 8 laps to go. Zach Dykstra, top side. You got Sean Stevens. That runs just a little bit different line there. Both lines seems to be fast. Zach Dykstra the inside now of Sean Stevens. Zach Dykstra's going to put a slider right in front of Sean Stevens. He cuts it back down. That was a hard slider, a perfect position for Zach Dykstra there, putting that slider on side by side once again down into 3 and 4. Side by side racing as they exit 4. As they come down the stretch, 5 laps remaining for these two up front. They've been putting on a show for you guys up front. These guys know how much this means here, and they make contact there out of 3 and 4. Zach Dykstra will take the lead over. A little contact there as now Sean Stevens follows back up and gets right beside him. I imagine Sean Stevens will remember that one as they come out of turns number 4. Sean Stevens has the lead away from Zach Dykstra now. The bottom side seems to be working in. As this is going on, you see Jason Haynes starting to close the gap on these guys. And last time by, Jason Haynes was ripping down to the top of the cushion. Not quite as fast as these guys, but looking for something here as they come to the white flag. Last lap in the air is on the speedway. Sean Stevens looking for a heat race win here out of turns number 4. Zach Dykstra looking for that second position. He'll be starting 8th in this one. Sean Stevens gets your win in heat race number 4. Jason Haynes gets the final transfer spot. Check out GNR Drywall. You can check them out on Facebook also. GNR Drywall. Professional drywallers, whether it's new construction or a small remodel, GNR Drywall can help you get it done. Check out GNR Drywall. Also, Redline Race Designs is a sponsor all season long. You need that new looking bad fast machine, well, you can get a wrap for it. Just check them out. Redline Race Designs over on Facebook. They'll get you hooked up. Contact them today. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. This is your B main action. On that pole, you got Chris Sign outside. Ross Kaiser, 3rd. Kyle Vaughn. 4th is Brian Wax. 5th is Troy Flaro. 6th is PJ Popham. 7th is Brandon Boyles. 8th is Warren Samoy. And 9th is Brian Wax. We're green flag out of turns 4. Chris Sign takes over your early race command. Ross Kaiser works the top side of the racetrack right in behind him. As there's a car in the wall, that was Brian Wax upside down. His night's going to be over with as a couple other guys All guys will make the feature here. This is based on placement now. Here comes a run by Ross Kaiser to the inside of Chris Stein. Here comes Kyle Vaughn as well. Caution flag waves out on the speedway for the first time. Take a look at the replay and see what happened there. Why Byron Gay, pit reporter. Let's see what happened. Byron, what do you see here?
Well, we're getting the replay queued up here. It looks like just a little contact here coming off the corner. Gets Brian Wax turned around, picks up his teammate there. Looks like they're going to both have to go to the pits, get repaired, and get back out there in time for the feature.
Awesome shots there.
May have been stopped on the track as the leaders came around.
Fantastic. Great shots there to see that. Two teammates getting involved there, starting with PJ Popham. Just a slight contact and turned Brian Wax around, and we are under our first caution of the evening, and it comes at your B main tonight. And when that caution came out, Ross Kaiser, unfortunately, got scored in the second position. He passed Stein, but it reverts back to the last lap, and Stein had that lead. Will Stein be able to hold off Ross Kaiser? He does look pretty fast there, running there in that second position. Green flag is waving out on the speedway once again. Kaiser rips the top side of the cushion. They'll go 3 wide on the exit of 2. Ross Kaiser will take that position away. Not so fast. Stein works to the inside of Ross Kaiser, while Kyle Vaughn works to the inside as well. They're side by side. Here comes Troy Flair to the top side of the raceway as well. He needs every position that matters here, as he's going to try to race battling on there with Kyle Vaughn for that second position, third position, I should say. While Ross Kaiser's ripping down the top of the cushion, Chris Steins working the bottom side, and the bottom seems to be still there right now. Now you see Troy Flair who goes to the bottom side and maybe cut that one off a little bit too soon, as that opened up the door for PJ Popham to go right on by. Back up front, Ross Kaiser still leading it, but not by much. You got Chris Stein that works the bottom of the raceway to try to get that momentum run on the bottom. Now Ross Kaiser goes to the bottom side. Gets really loose on exit there. Chris Stein gets in the wall just a little bit. 8 laps remaining here in your B main before we get you kicked over into your Dash for Cash event. You can see Chris Stein works the bottom of the raceway. We'll take a look at how he's running that one on top of his wing as he works the bottom side. As you see, Ross Kaiser works the top side. 2 completely different lines going on right now. Which line will prevail later in this race? That is still to be seen. As right now it looks like Ross Kaiser's working that top side very, very well. Four laps remaining for Ross Kaiser, as Voiles is all over the back bumper of Troy Flaro. Troy Flaro drops to the inside, trying to make up the ground that he lost there when he went to the bottom side of the raceway. Not able to do it so far. Troy Flaro kind of struggling tonight back here in this B main. Ross Kaiser looking really well here in your B main to take his win here with 2 laps to go. White flag is waving in the air. One more lap around for Ross Kaiser in this B main. Chris Stein looking to come home second, and looks like Kyle Vaughn is going to hold on for that third position, as that will conclude your B main, and your Dash for Cash is coming up next. Folks, next week we travel out to Charlotte at the dirt track at Charlotte for April 24th. I should say that's in 2 weeks. Next week we're off because of Easter. So enjoy your Easter holiday, as we'll resume racing back on April 24th at the dirt track at Charlotte. And then Williams Grove will be our final track. So you got 2 races remaining, and then we head to the big one. May 15th, the 3rd running of the Kings of Millertime. Dash for Cash event. Starting on the front row, you got Sean Stevens in that one machine, and you got Ben Wart on that second row, or outside of him in that second position. Zach Dykstra in that second row inside, starting in that third position. Randolph in that fourth position. You got Gavin Chatham in this back here in that third row inside. Then Jeff Flero, Brandon Sir, and Larry Bell will round out your Dash for Cash event. This is Larry Bell's first Dash for Cash event. Congratulations to Larry Bell and making the Dash for Cash event. We're ready to go green flag here. Green flag is waving. Sean Stevens takes the early race command here out of turns number 4, down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. They rip the top side of the cushion. They find each other single file in your top 3 as now Zach Dykstra works the bottom side of the raceway, and it seems to be paying off for him as he starts to close the gap on that third position. Four laps in of a 10-lap race. Sean Stevens has led it, and he's looking for an extra $5 here in this Dash for Cash event. Zach Dykstra has been working the bottom side of the raceway very, very well. Big contact back there in the back. Car's upside down. Was Gavin Chatham, or may have been Ben Ward, actually. Ben Ward upside down there. Topside seems to be working well for Sean Stevens. He's really the one that's running away with it out front, but that bottom still is there. Zach Dykstra has the fastest lap in this race. Running in that second position is slowly starting to eat away at that race lead by Sean Stevens. You can see Zach Dykstra works to the bottom side. He's starting to get closer and closer, about 4 car lengths now to the back bumper of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens looking for $5 extra. As we've got 2 laps to go, 2 more laps around I-55. White flag is waving in the air now. White flag, 1 more trip around for Sean Stevens. Zach Dykstra looks to the inside, not able to look at it. Here comes Sean Stevens to protect out the final turn. And Sean Stevens is going to pick up your Dash for Cash event. All right, we'll be back from I-55 here in just a few moments.
Each year, legends battle for greatness. All strive to be better than the ones before them. But only one will be victorious. The 61st NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's. August 10th through August 13th, only at Knoxville Raceway. Get your tickets now at knoxvilleRaceway.com.
Welcome back to I-55 Speedway. For the first time of Millertime Motorsports, will take 30 laps around the trip. And we will find out who our first winner of I-55 will be. In the Outlaw Series, the best of the best 305 Outlaw drivers. Your strength of field hovers right around 5,000 every single race. And these guys are going to wage war here at the short track. Last time we came to a short track, it was Lanier Speedway, and it was one hectic race as it came down to the final 5 laps where Tyler Street takes the win away. Here's what your lineup's going to look like starting on the pole in this one. You got that number 14 machine of Ben Ward starting second. And his best starting position this season From Millertime Motorsports number 53, that's Larry Bell. Starting third from the Firm Motorsports number 47, that's Jason Randolph. Starting fourth from Australia, number 26, that's Sean Stevens. Starting fifth from Pennsylvania, number 24, that's Gavin Chatham. Starting sixth from Canada in the 00, that's Jeff Flero. Starting seventh from Hoda Racing, Brandon Surratt. Starting eighth from Hoda Racing number 18, that's Zach Dykstra. Starting ninth in the LGR Motorsports number 47, that's Steven Vogelsong. Starting 10th from the Sofa Kings Fast Sim Sports number 4, that's Tyler Street. Starting 11th, LGR Motorsports number 56, Randy Streves. 12th will be the 66 of Jason Haynes. 13th will be Ross Kaiser. 14th will be Chris Stein. 15th will be Kyle Vaughn. 16th will be PJ Popham. 17th will be Troy Flero. 18th will be Brandon Boyles. 19th will be Brian Wax. And 20th will be Warren Samoy. That's your lineup for tonight's main action of your best 305 Outlaw drivers in iRacing. We got the lights out on the iRacing pace truck. You got Ward, you got Bell on that front row. You got Randolph and Stevens in that second row. It is going to be a showdown, to say the least. You got Larry Bell starting his best race up front. You got Ben Wart starting up front. It's probably his best start of this season. So both these drivers looking for their first win of the season on that front row. Sean Stevens also looking for his first win. The first winner comes in the way of that number 47 machine of Jason Randolph in that third position. They're looking for the green flag here out of turns 4. Green flag is waiting on the speedway. They're side-by-side racing throughout much of this pack. Sean Stevens gets contact with Gavin Chatham. Chatham gets into the side of Sean Stevens. That hurts Sean Stevens greatly. It's back up front. You got Jason Randolph running that second position, doing very well there. And then you got Ben Ward hugging the bottom side. He's ran the fastest lap on tonight's race at 11.98, running the bottom side of the raceway. Larry Bell works the bottom. He's in that third position. First cars to run up top is the 00 of Jeff Flero, and he runs in that fifth position. The biggest mover so far in this race is Zach Dykstra, up 4 positions in this race as we come under caution for the first time on the night. We'll kick it over to our pit reporter down there. That is Byron Gay. And what do you have for us, Byron?
Looks like the 66 just got a little bit too high here. Coming in the 1 and 2, you see it coming up here on the screen. May have clipped the back of Ross Kaiser and just gets turned over there by PJ.
Does look like he has to get that thing towed into the pit road. So it looks like Jason Haynes will go a lap down here early in on this race. Last lap around, your fastest guy out on the speedway was actually that 6th place car of Tyler Street. He's running a 12:06. He was your fastest guy out there on the speedway as they double it up and try to restart it here. As you got Ben Ward and Jason Haynes now on that front row. Larry Bell's in that second row, and Jeff Flero in that third, or outside of row number 2. Green flag is waving once again. Jason Randolph gets a really good restart on Ben Wart and takes over the race lead. Jason Randolph to the front. He is your race leader now with 25 laps to go as we get some contact back there in the back of the pack. We stay green momentarily. Now you see Jeff Flero working to the inside of the raceway. Now he perks it back up to the top side as Hoda Racing number 14 of Zach Dykstra battles on for that third position. Ben Wart trying to hold off for that second position. Here comes a big crossover move by Jeff Flero. Big run by Jeff Flero. Tyler Street running the top side and ripping it down up there. Running very well at a short track as he's won at a short track this season. Jason Randolph still your race leader up there. Your fastest guy last time by was back here way in the pack. That was Troy Flair running your fastest lap, as he was down in the 11-second bracket. Back up front, Jason Randolph is leading this one with 21 laps to go and has started to gap these guys behind him. As Jeff Flair works the top side, he's into that third position. Keep an eye on that 00 of Jeff Flair. He's looking really good here early in on this race. Tyler Street right there as well. Tyler Street probably the faster of all three of these cluster of cars as they battle too wide there. Now you're starting to see Ben Wart coming alive as Jason Randolph may be falling off a little bit here. As Ben Wart's car starting to come alive here as this track starts to wear out. That gap not nearly as much. Here comes Jeff Flair on the bottom side of the raceway. Here comes Tyler Street up into the third position. Move Tyler Street into that third position, side by side battling with Jeff Flair back here. Biggest mover in tonight's race is Tyler Street, up 7 spots there. And he's working the top side of this raceway very, very well. Better than anybody else right now. These other two cars are working the bottom side, which really opens up the door for Tyler Street. As gets to the inside, there comes Ben Wart trying to look underneath Jason Randolph there. Tyler Street still working the top side of the raceway and now gets to the outside and gets a little shove to that 14 machine. As some more contact back here. This time the caution flag will wave as we're halfway through this race. Only our second caution on the night. Some good racing going on up front as we'll get it over to Byron Gay here as our pit reporter. What do we got here on this caution?
Popping up on our site timing screen, Steven Vogelsson getting in an accident here. Trying to figure out where it's at. Oh, yep, definitely. Gets up into the wall there, coming to the line, and gets turned there by Sean Stevens. And little aftermath there from the 53.
Good shots there by our pit reporter, Byron Gay. Appreciate those shots there. As you've seen, Steven Vogelsong having a rough night tonight. And he is back, scored into that 16th position, and he is in the pits currently trying to get repairs done to that and get it back out here on the speedway as we're halfway through this one. We're also getting word that Ross Kaiser has exited the speedway, and he is done for tonight as well. So Ross Kaiser not going to pick up a win tonight after winning last week. The field is starting to shrink here as we kind of imagined at I-55. A lot of tight racing as they go 2 by 2. Green flag is waving in the air. Tyler Street gets a good restart there. Ben Wart gets turned. And Ben Wart up into the speedway. I'm not sure if Ben Wart knew that Tyler Street was down there. Just a little bit of contact there as we are back under caution once again, as we will get it back over to Byron Gay, and hopefully you get some word at what happened there.
Yeah, watching it back the first time, it just looked like him and Street just went for the same real estate and looked to be like a racing deal. Nowhere to go for either one of them. Could just be that way the track's evolving here, but to me, that's a racing deal. He may have known he was there with the sounds, but it's kind of tough when you're going for the same spot.
Absolutely, and I tell you, cautions breed cautions here. It stacks the field back up. We're under caution once again. We're halfway through this race. We've got Jason Randolph up front, but we've seen some guys that's a little bit faster than him. Byron, what do you think we're going to see here in the closing laps?
I think we could see another move at like we had at Lanier and see Tyler Street take over with the lead here late. He's been looking real quick up there on the high side. We'll be curious to see how he adjusts his line here going into these back half of this race, into these last couple of laps.
I imagine Jason Randolph has to be wondering where is Tyler Street running, because right now he's been faster than your race leader. If he doesn't go to the top and protect, it may be lights out for that 47 machine, as that 4 machine may just power right on around. We'll see here in the closing laps as they're 2 by 2 ready to go green flag racing once again here at I-55. Looks like they're going to wave off the green flag. We had a car stop down there on the inside of turns number 3 and 4. That was Ben Wart taken to the tail end of the lead, as he will get the EOL on that one. So Ben Wart goes to the end of the longest line after starting on the pole of this race. Unfortunate for Ben Wart here, as we're going to go green flag here. Tyler Street and Jason Randolph to get us going back underway here. Jeff Flera running a really good race there, and that's third position right now. Looking for a podium finish for him. Hoda Racing, number 18, he's right there in that second, third, fourth position. On the outside of row number 2. Larry Bell running inside the top 6 there. He's in that 6th position. Good outing for him, and Sean Stevens runs in that 5th position where he kind of started here. Green flag is waving out on the speedway. Tyler Street goes to the top side once again, as several other cars go to the bottom side. You got Zach Dykstra that runs about mid-track right here, and you can see the momentum there by that 4 machine of Tyler Street. Jason Randolph continues to go to the bottom side, and it seems like right here, turns 4, he gets a big run down the front stretch. He just tails in behind right now. Waiting for that time to go. We've got 10 laps to go, and here might be the move. Yes, Tyler Street goes to the bottom side. Going to try to take that position away. Man, that was tight there out of turns number 2. Jason Randolph did not see that move coming. Here comes Street back to the top side. He'll get to the outside and retake the lead. He will take the lead here with 8 laps to go. We've seen this before by Tyler Street. Tyler Street taking the lead away and ripping down the top side of this cushion. Zach Dykstra is in that 3rd position, and he is looking to pounce all over that 47 machine of Jason Randolph, as Jason Randolph looking to try to keep that car underneath him. Here comes Jeff Flero. Jeff Flero is going to work the outside to try to follow what Tyler Street did. No one's able to do it just as good as what Tyler Street done. And Tyler Street is on rails up top. You got that 18 machine of Zach Dykstra trying to get around that 47 machine. Just not able to do it just yet. 5 laps remaining, now 4 laps remaining for your race leader. Tyler Street has taken over the race lead with 8 laps to go, looking for his 2nd win on a first time in the 305 Outlaw Series. This battle back here for that 2nd and 3rd position. You got the 47 of Randolph, Zach Dykstra, and Jeff Flero. Sean Stevens is in that 5th position. We're going to come to the line, 2 laps to go. They make a little contact there coming out of turns number 2. All good as they clear it back out. We're coming to the white flag for Tyler Street. Tyler Street looking for his 2nd win of the season, and he's looking to get it done. He's looking to do it in a dominating fashion here after he takes the race lead over. Tyler Street out of turns number 3 and 4. Checkered flags are waving in the air for Tyler Street. Tyler Street wins his 2nd race of the season. Jason Randolph comes home 2nd, and Zach Dykstra comes home in that 3rd position. We got reports from pit road down there. Byron Gay, some contact there on the final laps. Take us through it.
Yeah, it comes out of the way of the 1 double M there of Sean Stevens. Going to get into the back of the set 48. Not sure if Kyle Vaughn got loose there, but it then just, you see the 22 and the 56 get together there, so that drops them back further as well. Not sure if the 56 got underneath the 22 there or what happened exactly. It just came in late into the frame there.
Fantastic shots there. Just unfortunate luck there for Sean Stevens. His luck continues to be pretty bad this season. He came off of a top 5 last week, but he will score into the 14th position, losing 10 spots in this race. Tyler Street, though, he moves up 9 spots, but he was not your biggest mover in the race. It was actually Troy Flero. Troy Flero came from the B main, and he finishes there in that 6th position. So Troy Flero moving up through the field and getting your hard charger, a little extra bonus points there. So here's how they finish. Tyler Street gets your win. Jason Randolph in that 2nd position. Zach Dykstra in the 3rd position. Good outing for Jeff Flero, finishing in that 4th position. Brandon Surratt in that 5th position. Troy Flero comes home 3rd. Kyle Vaughn in that 7th position. 8th was Larry Bell. Another top 10 for him. He has to be happy for that one. 9th is Warren Samoy. 10th is Ben Hort. 11th is Randy Shreves. Brian Wax comes in 12th. Probably one of his better finishes. 13th was Brandon Voiles. 14th was Sean Stevens. 15th was Stephen Vogelsong. 16th was PJ Popham. 17th was Gavin Chatham. 18th was Chris Sine. 19th was Ross Kaiser. And the final position in that 20th position was Jason Haynes. When we come back, we'll have interviews with your top 3 finishers. Welcome back, and we've got your 3rd place finisher of the night, Zach Dykstra, bringing that 18 machine into that 3rd position. You look pretty strong early in on this race. What was the car like out there, and did you have anything to close this one out and get a win?
Yeah, the car felt good. I just told myself at the beginning to stay patient. I've been caught up in so many wrecks. Coming down to the wire, won a shot at the championship, so I knew I had to stay clean. Car felt good. It was good running up there. Jeff, Tyler came out of nowhere. I just seen that he came from 10th, so he had a heck of a run. But all in all, good night.
Yeah, Tyler Street being the one that could really rip down the top of the cushion, and we felt like this track would gravitate to that top of the cushion, and whoever could run it the best would be victorious. Was there any moment there that you felt like you needed to get up there after you seen Tyler Street just blow by you guys?
Honestly, I thought it was going to go back to the middle. I only ran a few practice races during this week, and it seemed like the middle was rolling the fastest, keeping the momentum up. But yeah, shots off to Tyler. He ripped her down tonight.
Well, congratulations on a 3rd place finish. Thanks for getting me some points. Not the 2 that I wanted, but you did give me some points. I appreciate that. Any sponsors? Yeah, absolutely. Any sponsors out there you want to thank?
Yeah, ABR Setup Shop, Bancorp Network, JSM Shots, and then you over at Dirt ITV, and Chris and everybody at Millertime.
Congratulations. We'll see you next week. 2 more races left. You're in striking distance for a championship.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
All right, we'll start with your 2nd place finish, and then we'll get to your winner tonight. That 2nd place finisher comes at the way of Jason Randolph. Jason, I feel like we've talked to you several times this year where you finished in that 2nd position, just not able to get that win. You've got one on the season, but what did you think whenever you seen Tyler Street put that slider right in front of you and you didn't have much time to react? You cut it down, but then he was ripping that cushion down. What'd you have for him?
Well, the good thing there was I was doing a lot of mirror driving, so I seen him cut low, so I knew it was coming. So I was able to just hit the brake and turn back underneath of it, but I just couldn't figure out 3 and 4 there. I kept just getting sideways and losing all kinds of time, so that was the difference tonight.
So with the, you said that you've seen him in your mirror and you've seen him back there, so obviously you've probably seen him that he was ripping down the top of the cushion. Was there any point in that race where you seen him coming and you thought, I got to get to the top or he's going to blow by me?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a bit of a setup where you see the guy up top and then, as soon as you go up there, he just dives low and goes right around you. So I was kind of unsure if I wanted to go up there or not, and I think I kind of started running in the middle of 3 and 4, which maybe helped a little bit, but obviously not quite high enough.
Absolutely. And so you get yourself a second place finish. You look at your competitor that is currently leading in points. That's Randy Shreves. He finishes 11th here. Didn't do as well in qualifying. So this should be a pretty good night for you coming into just two races remaining. So where's your mindset coming into the last two races? Your season 4 champion. Do you have what it's going to take to get that championship in season 6? And I gotta ask, is it going to come down to who wins the last race?
Boy, it's really looking like it. It's real close. Charlotte is usually really bad for cautions in the 360 and 410s. We'll see how that goes with the 305s. And then Williams Grove is always real tight there racing too, so a lot of stuff can happen, and just got to keep finishing strong. And tonight actually qualifying well and being able to finish ahead of Randy should make it even closer, and the nerves are definitely there.
I imagine so. Just like last season where we came down, it was a tie coming into the last week. We very well could see that this season. Any sponsors you want to shout out to before we let you go?
I'd like to thank all the guys at the Firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinning, Elite Performance Industries, 21 Designs, Mazin's Transport, and Butt Kicker, and just everyone coming out and racing. And it went pretty quick tonight in the A there, so just a good night. And would have liked to grab a win there, but we'll take a second and keep on rolling for the points.
Congratulations again on that podium finish. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, the final guy that we will talk to tonight is going to be your race winner for the second time on the season, Tyler Street. Tell me what it's like to win your second race. And I gotta say, at Lanier Speedway, you won that one. It was a short track. You done well. Last week, you was at Eldora. You may have had the car to beat there too, made a mistake. But then you come back here at I-55 and you get redemption back and say, hold on, guys. I'm still here. I'm still going to fight for this championship. Take us through this race, where you were starting. You were starting deep in this field. Did you think that you had what it was going to take to get all the way up to the front?
Not really. Mostly just because of the warm-up of running all the way up top like I was. And I was like only like 12th quickest basically. And I was like, and Steve said something about, the middle getting there a little bit. And he said something about some previous races he did where you start trunk of the wing and you can run the middle like a linear basically. And I was like, all right, I'll keep waiting for that. And then, Randolph and Zach and all of them started running that line. But I was just like, I really don't want to go away from it. Man, I just keep carrying the momentum. I watched Stevens do it in the Dash for Cash there, running up top, where the top carries the momentum from center off. You can gain entry to center on the bottom, but I just knew you would lose so much off the exit. So I had to stay up top. I was getting mad because I kept getting chopped off in the back of the pack a little bit running up top. I got stuck behind Zach for a little bit. Zach made a mistake, and I was all right with that. And then when I caught Randolph, I was getting mad also because of getting chopped off the exit. And I'm one of those people like, man, don't piss me off in a race car because it's bad news. And it's when I start going even faster and start pushing the limit on more things. I've taken that from real life into this, and it sucks to see me when I'm on that point of my level of getting pissed off, but taking my frustration out of going even faster. So I can't believe it. I want it, but I think I need to stick at short tracks and stay short track only.
Oh man, you've been lights out, and I kind of kick myself now after I seen you coming. I'm like, why did I not pick Tyler Street? As we just seen what happened at Lanier, I kind of felt like this track was going to be a similar play out there where the leader was not going to win this thing, and we seen it right. 8 laps to go, you take the win, and you come back and get yourself a second win on Millertime Motorsports. That's really hard for any driver to really do, especially at this caliber of the Outlaw Series, and you do it your first season into the Outlaws, so congratulations there. We've got 2 races remaining, and we go out to the Kings of Millertime for the final race of the season. But with these last two races, we asked Jason Randolph the same question. What's it going to come down to? Is it going to come down to whoever wins is going to take the championship?
It's either going to come down to whoever wins or who can be more consecutive of running up front. It's going to be the two things right there.
Well, you're sitting in fourth in the standings after week number 7. After this win, it helps you even more. Congratulations on the win. Any sponsors out there you want to thank before we let you go?
I got to thank everybody at LGR. Randy and Steve are a big support, and we all help each other, obviously, more than anything. I got to thank Redline Race Designs for this badass paint, as always. 2 wins with this paint. Still thinking it's a good or luck paint for us. Finish Line Repair, One Wish Foundation, ABR Setup Shop. And I just got to thank everybody in the real life also, and then all the fans. This is awesome. I didn't think I'd get 2 wins. Never thought I would even get 1 win out of this. So I hope this continues, and I got to hopefully continue my little running up front and not having many mistakes like last week. So
2 races remaining before we crown a champion of season 6. And they put an extra $125 in their pocket with a nice championship trophy and t-shirt. Congratulations, Tyler Street, on that second place finish. Or first place finish. I'm sorry. Don't take anything away from you. Your first place finish. We'll see you next week. All right, that's all we've got here at I-55. Oh, man, 2 races remain on the season, and you look at it right here. That is what's left. You have the dirt track at Charlotte. That's going to be a good one. In 2 weeks from today, April 24th, we head to Charlotte. And then May 1st is the finale night of this series, Williams Grove Speedway. And then the third running of the Kings of Millertime. Well, we will crown a new king in the Millertime Motorsports series. Make sure you get over there and check out that new apparel, the official merchandise of the Kings of Millertime. The third king awaits, $29.99 over on dirtitv.com. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next week at the dirt track at Charlotte. Take care.